Hello again. Not really sunny today, but not cold. Got my shorts on. Heading in the Polly Steps direction. Let's get going. Yes, this will certainly make good walking weather, as it's very little wind really, about 3 miles an hour, just a breeze. Some bikes. Vroom. Yeah, very little wind, bit of a breeze, it's fine. However, it is Sunday, which is now kind of family day where they come over, which is great. But my son is also going to be helping me build this fish pond cover that I've sort of mentioned a couple of times randomly. So I won't be out for that long this morning. Might be a bit of a shorter video, I don't know. Still there. Just hear St James's bells ringing out. Now that is actually people in there pulling ropes. That's not some sort of automatic thing. Proper bell ringers. Of course, as the port is closed up, I'm not going to get harassed for taking a shot of the loader. I don't say crane, I don't know what it really is, but it's a crane, isn't it? Lifts up the feed and puts it in the ships. Anyway, time for the first then and now kind of thing of the day. When I say kind of thing, it's not really some historical thing from 1875 or something. This is from 2015. Just try and explain what I'm trying to show you. See up ahead of me, you've got the blue building that goes along, and then it changes into a lighter coloured building with a blue top or a blue piece along the top. Right, well that shed wasn't built in 2015, so I'm going to show you, courtesy of Google Street View, what it used to look like before that was built, by regging up the shot in a second so you can see a space. Then showing you the old gates that used to be there, and then the views back from Polly Steps Way, looking back in this direction. So hopefully you can see written on the wall over there the word Jen with an arrow. That'll appear in this picture now. Now this is roughly where the old gates used to be. Here we go. Here's the view from a little bit further back, before it was built. And finally, here's one from a little bit further back, where you notice behind that van there's a payment thing for the car park. Well, that was in operation. There's little chaps had it in this photo. Here you go. So there we go, a little bit of more recent history of Polly Steps, somewhere I come all the time. Can't say I really remember it not being there, that building, but I don't think I used to come out this far in 2015, in all fairness. Still noticeably few birds compared to how it used to be out here. Literally hundreds of seagulls that would startled when I turned up and fly away. Anyway, going to head over to the fish quay now. Interesting to see that building, or before it was built. I'm going to quickly run you through the 4 pictures again in faster sequence. So there we go. Fascinating to think this entire building didn't used to be here and it was gates. But there we go. Onto the fish quay. Oh yeah. This part of the beach seems to have been really tidied up. That sounds a bit daft, but very little other stuff here other than sand and boats. Not saying it's normally full of rubbish or anything, but it's normally like, I don't know, it just looks particularly tidy today. That's all I can say. Good old Backbeach. So even better when I get my new phone, it's got optical zoom. It'll be clear as a bell at this zoom length. One car park's relatively busy, as is the activity down there outside LJ's Beach Shack, and people enjoying the back beach. Yep, a few more beach huts turned up. And people doing stuff to them now. New door by the look of things. Well, at this point now, I was just about to head down onto the beach and look up at the lighthouse and line up a then and now. But realising how high the tide is, that's not happening. Not today anyway. So here's an alternate shot instead. A bit difficult to line up with all the cars here exactly. But this is the storms in 2014 that caused a lot of damage. And there we go. Those waves were 2014, as I say, and I do remember that. So I don't remember the before that thing was built of poly steps, but I do remember those storms. Awful few days they were. A lot of mess afterwards as well. And I believe that the captain's table opened yesterday. Saw something on Facebook, a few pictures of the mayor in there shaking hands with the staff and the owners. So I think it's open. We'll have a look. Ice cream thing's certainly open. Roaring trade. Lovely. Well, I guess they're not open. Like I say, some promotional shots of the mayor. Must have just been a promotional thing. If I remember, I'll pop some of those shots in now. Going to finish off with a stroll up Mill Lane, not Mill Lane, sorry, Mere Lane. Mill Lane's the other end of Teignmouth. Takes you up to the hospital, but we're nowhere near that. Mere Lane. Actually leads us up to the United Reformed Church, which is the one we did the then and now yesterday of back in 1906, if my memory serves me correctly. So I've got to get back now, really. Sun's turning up soon. Going to build this fish pond cover, which I will include in a later video once it's done. explain why we had to do it, and that's just semi-interesting. It's not going to be a DIY thing or anything. It's just going to be a look. This was how it was. This is how it is now. This is why. So that's be in the future. There we are, top of Mill Lane. Mill Lane, Mere Lane, and the United Reform. And as that train disappears out of shot from under the bridge, I will bid you farewell. Thank you for watching, and invite you to come back at the same time tomorrow to the same channel and see another adventure. Take care. Thanks for subscribing. You're great. I mean that. Cheers.